Beaufort County Airports Director Jon Rembold joins us. We are guessing everyone on the island now knows just by looking up that the Hilton Head Airport's getting busier. More commercial flights coming in daily and weekly. John, we've now got all three major carriers coming into Hilton Head Island.
Yes, it's definitely big news for us, Bob. Having Delta launched just a couple of weeks ago was fantastic. Kind of rounded us out at Hilton Head Island Airport, and so many people were really waiting on Delta to come back to Hilton Head, so we're really excited to have them there.
Are you ready for this? I mean, it's still the same terminal. It's still right now the same parking. You're putting an awful lot of airplanes in a facility that hasn't had them for a while. How are you doing in adjusting to that and all of the airlines having to kind of dance around each other?
Well, I tell you, it's an exercise in Southern hospitality, to say the least. So we are a little bit tight quarters, but we are, like I said, we're excited to have all the airlines in there. And we're working pretty well. We've done everything we can, I think, inside that terminal to make a small space feel as big as we can. And it does get a little bit busy at times during the flight times.
Sure.
But people seem to be getting along just fine and moving through the checkpoint, and it's moving pretty smoothly.
All right, so that of course sends us toward expansion, toward making it all work and making that terminal hospitable to three airlines separately, not just having to dance around each other. Tell us where that is. You got the big grant from the FAA. When can you start spending that money, and what are you going to spend it on?
Yeah, that is big news. Getting that $10 million from US DOT and FAA is going to be great. It's earmarked for the actual terminal construction and renovation. So we're in the design phase of that project now, and we're working closely with our design team and with the FAA to get those concepts kind of fleshed out, to figure out, what we'll need to serve these airlines, but more importantly, to serve the customers on the island, because like we just got done saying, it's a small terminal, it's an old terminal, and we need to be able to serve our customers properly, tourists as well as the residents who use the airport. We want to give them everything that a modern airport gives them. So
are you going to try to do that with this project? Are you going to try to do it within the footprint you've got now, or are you going to have to build out from it?
No, we're going to have to expand a little bit. As you can imagine, going from the old turboprop aircraft to the regional jets, we need more room for the airplanes, and we've got more seating capacity on the airplanes, so we'll have more people going through the building.
Hey, I wanted to ask you that. Speaking about seating, what are you hearing from the airlines on loads, on capacities? Are they happy with how things are going so far?
As far as I know, they don't really tell us a whole lot all the time, so usually no news is pretty good news.
I was going to say, if it was not going well, you probably would have heard about it. Parking, I guess, is the next issue. Is that the biggest issue you're going to face in the next few months? I know you guys are talking to some businesses in the neighborhood about maybe expanding your footprint there.
Yeah, that is a challenge. When you're a geographically limited airport the way we are, it's tough, because anytime you do need to expand, you do have to start talking to the neighbors and find out if we can work some deals in order to expand. Parking is an issue. We do have a little bit of room on the airport that we can do some expansion, but again, everything just takes a little bit of time to get through all the permitting and development phases.
How many people are we looking at? What are your projections showing you? By the time we get maybe to the end of the summer or maybe the end of the year, what's the number going to be of folks who got on and off airplanes here compared to, say, last year, to 2018?
Well, it's going to be a big increase, and I would say that the summer will definitely be the busiest time, because United, the meat of their schedule is the summertime, and they're scheduled to just be seasonal. So we'll see how that shakes out. But we're looking on an annual basis of seeing probably about a 300% increase in the number of people going through. So it is big. It
is going to be a huge number. And anything new on the horizon? Anybody else can come in?
Well, like we always say in the business world, no doors ever close. So we are talking to people, and we're certainly welcome all the opportunities we can, but we just have to be a little bit careful with space.
John, thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it. You got to get back to work, I know. Jon Rembold, Director of the Beaufort County Airports.